Beginning in 1987, the Santa Ana College Distinguished Faculty Award has been presented to the faculty member who has made an outstanding contribution in meeting the educational goals of our diverse community. This year, the selection committee is proud to present 3 outstanding finalists for the Distinguished Faculty Award.
One of the biggest challenges that I face as an English instructor is the writing fear factor. On the first day of class, there's already a tension in the class, but I've found ways to overcome that tension. By using humor, I can make the students' concerns start to fade away, and I remind them of what they already know about writing and continue to build on that. Also, where appropriate, I share anecdotes about my life, such as my successes and failures at school. Those personal anecdotes are things that engage my students because some of what I went through are challenges that they are going through or have gone through too. Furthermore, I try to make grammar lessons fun when I can. Again, interjecting humor into the grammar and punctuation lessons makes them a little less painful to learn. I don't use the textbook examples. Instead, I create my own humorous sentences. We laugh a little and we learn a whole lot more.
I first met Matthew during an orientation to the Summer Scholar Transfer Institute at UCI. I only had the chance to interact with him for a short amount of time, but I can honestly say that his enthusiastic and friendly character towards his students changed my mentality in a way that helped me succeed in the class and made me an overall better student. Matt Bayersdorf is an outstanding professor that uses his great energy and positive mindset to engage each and every individual. Outside the classroom, he was a friend to everyone. I remember playing basketball at UCI during a lunch break when Matt came up to the court and began playing with us. At this moment, I realized his dedication to connect with the students. He introduced me to very valuable tools that have helped me even beyond this English class. To this day, I still implement that vibrant energy and positive mindset into my everyday tasks. The times I have ran into Matthew on campus have been nothing but great conversations and laughs, and I know for a fact he's willing to lend a helping hand to any of his students.
Professor Bayersdorf was one of my most memorable professors during my time at SAC. I don't think I would have enjoyed English 103 as much had it not been for his wit, humor, passion for musicals, and teaching Plato's Allegory of the Cave. It's been a couple of years since my time at SAC, but I still can recall how stressed and unsure I was about transferring. I don't think I would have had the courage to apply and transfer to UCLA had it not been for the encouragement he provided me. When I got to UCLA, I believe I was successful because I was trained to think critically, ask questions, and seek out the truth. His commitment to service and encouragement to students extends beyond his classroom and has motivated me to pursue a career in higher education. It's teachers like Professor Bayersdorf that make an impact in our lives and deserve to be recognized and celebrated.
What I like most about teaching here are the students. Some of them know that education is important and a stepping stone to their success, and others have to be shown that fact, but once they see it, there's no stopping them. Also, while working in various roles and on various committees, I have served with many great people across the campus. Everyone is dedicated to the success of our students, but sometimes we have differing views on how we can best assist our students. So our common goal of student success needs to be remembered. Therefore, when there are differences, we need to address them and compromise when possible. We need to communicate with each other and realize that we can't get everything that we want individually, but we can get everything we want collectively. The people who realize that are people I love to work with, and there are many of those people here, because we get things done. And it's the only way that all of us can accomplish all of the work that needs to be done.
We now live in a world of 140 character sound bites and memes as accepted forms of communication. This creates a population of students constantly seeking validation from likes and shares with no voice of their own. Getting our students to think beyond the smartphone screen at the end of their noses, and more importantly, getting them to put the phone down and talk to us and each other are the challenges. I've spent 15 years of my teaching career focusing on getting students to not just think outside the box, but to blow their box up and then take the bits and pieces and put together the person and the career they really want. This results in understanding not what to think, but how to think, giving them the tools to deal with any issue that arises and thus putting the reins in their hands for their life.
First, I would like to say that Professor Lockwood is an amazing, electric, and dynamic teacher. During my first speech in his class, I stopped too early because I was too nervous to continue. He told me that I should have kept going and I should have had more faith in myself. He inspired me to not only believe in myself, but to open up to take the chance with other people. Professor Lockwood has been a perfect role model for having no ceilings to success and happiness in life. He has not only inspired me to be the best student that I can be, but has opened my eyes to learning on how to depend on others when I do not have the answer. Professor Lockwood is a gem at Santa Ana College, and it was a privilege to get a little bit of his shine.
I've known Lockwood for the 2 years that I've been at Santa Ana College, and every moment being around him, he's carried such a light around him. Even when I personally knew that something might have been going on to bother him, he would never drag it into the classroom. Lance is very deserving of this award because of the way that he treats his students. He's professional, kind, understanding, and most importantly, relatable. As a queer individual, he knows what it feels like to be ostracized and even discriminated against. And with such an amazing, diverse place like SAC, having a person like that is necessary for a comfortable environment for other minorities. It's good to know that an office door is always open to you whenever you need it. So, Lance, if you're watching this, thank you for always being there for us.
Teaching here at Santa Ana College has taught me a lot about what it means to teach, to mentor, to guide, and to lead. I just can't pick one story of student success. My commitment to Santa Ana College goes well beyond the classroom. I've always been open and honest with my students and other faculty, and sometimes it's painful. With the start of each class or sometimes a meeting, I introduce myself and come out to them. This is never an easy thing to do, but I do this for one reason and one reason only. Sometimes you just need to hear from someone who made it through the rough years and learn to thrive, proving it does get better.
The best experience I have had at Santa Ana College has been in creating our Pathway to Law School program. I started the work to create this program 6 years ago in 2013. I have written new curriculum, created new certificates, worked on new CIDs, presented trainings, and advised other colleges on how to create this program. But all of that work is just for one purpose: to help our students. I like to tell students at our orientation meetings that we may be the college that is around the corner from where you live and across the street from Target, but this college is leading the state and even the country in the programs we provide. So I remind my students that we are lucky to have such a great institution like Santa Ana College around the corner and across the street from Target.
I had just received my AA from a different college and wasn't sure what I wanted to do for my professional career. Doing research for my future education, I came across SAC's website and saw that they offered a certificate and degree in paralegal. That's when I first met Kristen Robinson. She showed a genuine and enthusiastic concern for my education. I loved it and I wanted more. After speaking to her, I was so pumped and hyped to begin my professional career in the legal field that I signed up for classes as soon as I could. Professor Robinson has definitely made an impact in my life by assisting me in and out of class. She always has so much enthusiasm as she teaches her students. The confidence boost that I received from her motivated me to apply to a law office, which I got the job. I know Professor Robinson will continue to deliver genuine and enthusiastic concern towards the students' professional careers.
Professor Robinson is an incredibly driven woman and an excellent professor. She makes the success of her students her priority. Her classes prepare students both academically and professionally. While I was her student, we had a discussion on what some of my goals were, and I, in passing, mentioned that I had wanted to start an internship and get some tailored work experience. I really didn't think it was an option available to me at the time, but she looked at me and she said, "No, we can go ahead and make this work." She walked me to the business division office where they run the internship program, introduced me to the wonderful staff, and explained the whole process to me. Within a week, I was placed in an internship with a local law firm. Professor Robinson has been an excellent mentor, teaching me the fundamentals of professional networking and helping me build connections with the faculty and staff here at Santa Ana College.
My favorite thing about SAC is getting to help students on their journey to where they want to go. My role is to show them the possibilities and allow them to progress on their journey. Finding out that a student who was working the night shift at 7-Eleven before they came to SAC just got their first job at a law firm is incredible. Hearing from students that they got into UC Berkeley, UCLA, and even Harvard for undergrad is incredible. Getting an email from a single mom who had never been to college before SAC and finding out that she doubled her salary with benefits is incredible. All of these moments motivate me to push through the hard days when I can't find the end of my emails or I don't know where the funding is going to come from. to just continue to move forward and make a difference in our students' lives.
These are the finalists for the 2019 Distinguished Faculty Award.